Hello, fellow Habs fans. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Habs Fan Forum. I'm Ben Dankiw, and here at the forum, us fans get to have our voices heard. All right, let's talk about those Montreal Canadiens. Because this week was a whole lot of blah. They couldn't put it together. They go 1-3. They drop one of two against Calgary, and then they lose one against Edmonton, and of course one against Ottawa in just an awful Saturday night hockey. It's another poor Saturday night hockey game by the Montreal Canadiens. After going 5-0 against the Jets, you come back 4-0 against the Sens. It's frustrating hockey. They're just not scoring goals. You can't lay that many eggs, and I mean, it's not the same without the buzz of the Bell Center, I'm sure, but they're just not playing well. And so we got to talk about this dry offense. Like, especially, okay, let's go 4 goals in 4 games. You can talk all day about like the McDavids and the Austin Matthews and the talent you're up against. No questions asked. They're playing against some really amazing hockey players in the North Division that have that kind of raw talent where they can just break through 2D. Sorry, R.I.P. I think that might have been Edmondson and Sherrod on that one. I can't remember, but McDavid just blowing through. But nonetheless, you're gonna have those kind of flashy plays, but it's not. You're just not seeing it from the Habs. The offense is dried up. I think they're 18 goals in 10 games, under 2 per game. So this isn't a defensive problem. Yes, there's been stretches where the defense hasn't looked great either, and you can talk about breakout passes and reasons why the D isn't supporting that offensive output from the Habs. But at the end of the day, the team's scorers aren't scoring. Like, I think other than Toffoli, and even he went dry for a little bit. And if he goes dry and the rest of the team isn't scoring, this is what happens. That's a serious problem. I know Gallagher's out of the lineup, but at some point you got to look at this team and go, guys, we need some goals. Now, you got to think about some of the factors around it. Okay, we brought in a lot of vets. The Montreal Canadiens went out and picked up, they obviously signed Corey Perry in the offseason. They picked up Stahl. There's a little bit of a change in mentality of surrounding your young talent with these core guys, which I'm not saying I disagree with necessarily, but what changes there is you lose a lot of foot speed with these older guys. So when you have all these older, experienced vets come into play, they bring that leadership, but you're losing foot speed. So, I mean, and that was done because the guys who were fast, like Jonathan Drouin, Paul Byron, I mean, to some extent, like Lehkonen and whatnot, like these young guys who are quick, they aren't able to score. So, at the end of the day, it's a team game, and collectively, they just got to find a way to come together. It's not looking great. They got to score some goals. They got to start clicking, and they got to start vibing better. Like, I want to see some positivity. I don't want to sit here and go over the negatives. I want to see this team's culture pick up, and I want to see them play with that excitement that we have seen in stretches. And they can be dangerous, but they're going through this dry spell, and we really got to figure out this offense because you're just down this stretch. If we're scoring under 2 goals a game, I can tell you, even if we speak in the playoffs, we're not going much further than the first round. Now, Ducharme is a little bit handcuffed with the lineup changes he can make. They are tight against the cap, especially with, I know it's a good thing Sherrod's back from injury, but now that him coming back from injury, you lose that. He was supposed to be out for a lot longer until playoffs and come back. So, like I said, it's good he's back, but they did not help their cap situation. So they are tight, and at the end of the day, Ducharme is kind of sitting there going, guys, what do you want me to do? I can't do the moves that you might be thinking I should be doing. How is he going to move players off and keep their cap space there and bring any players up? So, at the end of the day, he kind of has the lineup he has. That's what he's got to work with. I think it's possible for him to work it around, but I would love to see some new looks. I don't know. I'm not too sure. He's going to have to switch some things up. We got Caulfield sitting on the 5th line right now. Maybe he's going to be showing an appearance soon. John Merrill coming in. I think he's pushing Kulak down. They're going to play him with Romanov, which I'm excited to see that kind of duo, see how it gels. I really want to see that. Unfortunately, Carey Price being injured really hurts. But we might see Caden Primo playing his first game, so that could be pretty exciting. A chance for Primo to come in and get his feet wet this year with an NHL game. He's obviously developing for down the road in a few years, but he's a good option, and happy we have that third string goalie who can jump in. But at the end of the day, there's not going to be there's no more trades. There's not going to be some groundbreaking things. We need to see this team click. and start scoring goals. So the Montreal Canadiens have 3 games, all against the 5th place team in the division, the Calgary Flames. Now, I know all of these games are going to be at home in Calgary. That hasn't shown to be a huge factor this year for the Habs being at home. So at the end of the day, they're playing against the team chasing them in the playoff race. Show up. Let's go. All right, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like down below, tell your friends, share this video, and follow the All Habs YouTube channel. You can always reach out to us at Montreal_Forum if you have any questions or comments. And of course, you can follow All Habs for the best Montreal Canadiens coverage. All right, thanks again. I'm Ben Dankiw, and of course, go Habs, go!